Hello, welcome back to That's English.
Hi there. I'm showing Samantha a bill that I got from my builders. They've charged me 10% extra for working on my house at the weekend.
Their hourly rate's also very high. My builders charge half that price.
The building materials seem very expensive. That must be 3 times more than what they've paid.
And if you add 20% VAT on top of all of that, it's very pricey.
Well, yes, I don't have a head for numbers, but I can see that.
Let's take a look at today's video. Anthony's friend John is very good with numbers, and he offers to help Anthony with the restaurant.
As you watch, answer this question. Why does Anthony need help with his restaurant?
Four plus 2 makes 6. There we go. It's 2075. You are millions of light years from your galaxy. The temperature is minus 70 degrees. You have conquered a new planet inhabited by an unknown species. I can add another planet to my colony.
You've got 3 times as many planets as me.
But I haven't got a fleet of spaceships.
There are billions of planets in our galaxy alone that could support life.
It's your turn.
Oh. Double 6 again! The probability of throwing a double 6 is less than 3%.
Bridget doesn't think these games are for grown-ups. It's my turn now.
I get another go.
You had another go.
Didn't?
Did?
Grown-ups. One drinks manufacturer has 3,500 types of soft drinks. If you tried one every day, it would take 9 years to try them all.
You love facts and figures, don't you?
That's my job, analysing data about market phenomena.
I wish I had a head for numbers. It would help with the restaurant.
Yes, good cooking will only get you a third of the way to a successful restaurant. 60% of restaurants fail within the first 3 years.
Cooking is easy, but stock control. Either I buy too much or too little.
I'll go over some figures with you if you like. You can make a batch of your delicious chocolate biscuits. Did you know nearly 3/4 of the world's cocoa supply comes from Africa?
Oh, stop. No more information, please.
So, let's look at the numbers. Your food costs are 3 times as much as they should be. You need to lower them to increase earnings. How many customers do you have?
Multiply the number of tables by...
If you have some 20 tables times 2 sittings times 4 people per table, that makes 160 people a night. Imagine you've got a pie. How are you going to divide it?
First, I'd cut it into 2 halves, then into 4 quarters.
Good. Fractions can be presented as percentages. Food costs should be 28 to 30% of your total costs. How much do you spend on basic goods? How many litres of milk do you use?
A liter is 2.2 pints.
Naught, or 0.5 litres, is 1.06 pints. So, then you subtract your miscellaneous costs. Give me some more figures and I'll suggest quantities for ordering food.
Yes, shopping list. Meat, eggs, rice.
Wow, I didn't know running a restaurant was that complicated.
And with a friend like John to help you, it can become even more complicated.
Did you notice the different measurements used for milk? John talked about litres and Anthony used pints.
Let's take a look at our question. Why does Anthony need help with the restaurant?
I wish I had a head for numbers. It would help with the restaurant. Cooking is easy, but stock control. Either I buy too much or too little.
It's because he's not good at maths, or, as he said, he doesn't have a head for numbers.
He needs help with stock control because he either buys too much or too little.
We heard a lot of different ways of referring to quantity in the video.
Did you notice some of the irregular plural forms that were used?
We heard nouns that only occur in the plural form.
You need to lower them to increase earnings. How much do you spend on basic goods?
Another example is savings. I'll have to use my savings to pay this bill.
Some words of Latin or Greek origin end with an A in the plural instead of an S.
Analysing data about market phenomena.
Another example is media. Social media phenomena, like Twitter and Facebook, have changed the way we communicate.
Now, let's find out how Anthony is getting on back at the restaurant.
Remember, John is trying to find out how many kilos of food Anthony needs.
In the US, they talk about weight in pounds. 1 kilo is 2.2 pounds.
As you watch, try to answer this question. Why were John's figures incorrect?
Morning. I've got a delivery here of organic rice.
Yes, the kitchen's through there.
That's the second load. Having a rice party, are we?
A rice party? That's news to me.
Fourth and last load. That's all of it now.
Whoa, wait a minute, this is wrong. 480 pounds for 400 pounds of rice?
400 kilos. That's a lot of rice, isn't it?
Why would I want 400 kilos of rice?
Don't ask me. I don't like rice. I prefer potatoes.
1 kilo is 2.2 pounds. That would be...
880 pounds.
880 pounds. I only wanted half that much.
You're not trying to do a number on me, are you, mate? Sign here, please. Got to move my van.
It's twice as much as I need. What the hell am I going to do with all this rice? I will have to have a rice party. Rice party. Different rice dishes. A rice-themed evening.
Anybody for another bowl of rice? John?
Oh, stop it, Anthony. Listen, here's the Food Critics Review. Themed evenings are a dime a dozen now in London. I was in two minds about going to yet another. But I'm very glad I went to Anthony's rice evening. The dishes were delicious. This is just one in a series of rice-themed evenings at this fabulous new restaurant.
Hey.
Hey. I'm really sorry about the confusion. I assumed the figures you gave me were in kilos.
Well, everything worked out in my favor in the end. People are ringing up by the dozen to reserve, and business from passers-by has increased by loads.
Technically, that's a 20% increase, Anthony.
The rice has paid for itself 10 times over.
Anchovy, what are you going to do about the order of Anthony's?
I think you've had one too many, John. You mean, Anthony, what are you going to do about the order of anchovies? Anchovies. Oh, no. How many kilos of anchovies have I ordered?
Well, if every customer eats 5 anchovies a night, you should use them all up in 5 years' time.
So, Anthony may have to organise an anchovy party now, just to get rid of all his anchovies.
Did you answer the question? Why were John's figures incorrect?
Whoa, wait a minute, this is wrong. 480 pounds for 400 pounds of rice?
400 kilos. That's a lot of rice, isn't it?
I'm really sorry about the confusion. I assumed the figures you gave me were in kilos.
Anthony was giving figures in pounds and John thought the figures were in kilos.
During the video, we heard some common expressions with numbers.
There were phrases like a dime a dozen, by the dozen and 10 times over, which all express a large quantity of something.
Themed evenings are a dime a dozen now in London.
People are ringing up by the dozen to reserve.
The rice has paid for itself 10 times over.
Another common expression is to be in two minds about something, which means you are uncertain about what to do.
I was in two minds about going to yet another.
Anthony says that John has had one too many, which means more than enough, and we mostly use it to refer to too much alcohol.
We also heard to do a number on someone. This has nothing to do with numbers and means to deceive someone.
You're not trying to do a number on me, are you, mate?
Samantha, I'm in two minds about paying this bill.
Yes, I think they're trying to do a number on you.
Well, now it's time for our street interviews.
As today's programme is all about numbers, we asked people, have you got a lucky number and why is it lucky?
Lucky 7, because it's my mother's favourite number.
Well, one number that I like is 20 because I was born on the 20th, April 20th. So 20 is a number that I think is good for me.
My father's a gambler, so he always said 38 was the lucky number for him because he's a psychologist and he graduated on or got his thesis approved on March 8th.
My lucky number is 7 and 19. I feel like 19 always comes up a lot, and my birthday is July, which is 7, on the 19th. So those are my two lucky numbers.
My lucky number is 6 because that's my room number, and my birthday is September the 6th.
8 is perfect because no matter how you split it, it's always even. I like things to be even. So if you take an 8 and you split it halfway down the middle, it's even. If you split it diagonally, horizontally, anyway, it's always even.
21 for me. 21 was the number of my favorite athlete growing up, so it's always been kind of my lucky number.
I got a lucky number, yeah, 17. Because on relay, well, I play relay, and 17 is my lucky number.
Mine's probably 10 because, like, that's double digits. That's double digits, and, like, it's really fun to be 10.
Mine's 10 also because my favorite thing to do is my dad takes me to races, car races, and my favorite number is 10.
Several people said they had a lucky number that related to their birthday.
And others have a lucky number they use to gamble. That means to play games of chance, like roulette.
I really liked Victor's explanation of why 8 was his lucky number, because it could be split symmetrically any way.
Just like the number 0. Well, thanks for joining us today, everyone. Bye.
Bye-bye.